The kid next door started a movement to get a stop sign put up at the corner where little kids walk across the street to get to the park. The village approved. They put up the stop sign. Ever since then, it takes us 5 seconds longer to get home. And ever since then, that kid next door, well... He's a local hero, the kind of guy you like if you'd ever get a chance to know. His name is Gabriel, like the angel, but not a lot of typical. His bite is his wings and his smile is his halo. Is it his devilish grin, mischievous but sincere, human? Look at you, Gabriel. But his mama just calls him the Gabe. His mama just calls him the Gabe. The kid next door, he's not quite a kid anymore. Well, he is, but almost technically not a kid. Weird, feels like it happened overnight. One day he's hiding in leaf piles to scare people on Halloween. The next he's studying for the ACTs. Perhaps he'll revisit hiding in leaf piles when he's in college. The kid next door, and he'll save the world somehow. Probably with maybe a chain reaction of good vibes. A circle of people holding hands at family camp across the globe, singing, bringing about world peace. Give it a chance, and baby, you're a firework. He's a local hero, the kind of guy you like if you ever had a chance to know. His name is Gabriel, like the angel, but not a lot of typical. His bite is his wings and his smile's his halo. Or is it his devilish grin, mischievous but sincere, human? Local hero Gabriel, local hero Gabriel. But his mama just calls him the Gabe. But his mama just calls him the Gabe. The kid next door used to be quadriplegic. The angel, the sign, the kid next door. Tell it better. I remember I was working on the windows on the ladder on Elise and Blake's side, and we were getting ready to have dinner with your old neighbors on Dave and Rothio's side.
Dick and Beth.
Dick and Beth. And I'd never met them. And this woman came up, and she just came down the gangway and said, "Hi, I'm your old neighbor." And so I'm like, "Hey, all your old neighbors are here."
And I'm like, "Oh my God, it's 4:00. They're not supposed to be here until like 6." I'm sitting here thinking, God, what's going on? Well, I'll pull this dinner together anyway. So I walked to the door to say hello to them, and
I remember.
Yeah.
You looked at her like, what the fuck?
I did, because it wasn't Dick and Beth at all. But the funny thing was, it was an old neighbor who lived on the north side, the opposite side of Dick and Beth. And she only lived there for the first 6 months after we moved in.
What was her name?
Her name was Kathy, and I couldn't even tell you her last name because she'd never talked to me.
Yeah, I remember the first thing she said when you recognized her and like gave her a weird look. She's like, I treated you very badly.
And I remember saying, yes, you did.
Yeah. Didn't they like...
Well, I mean,
think you were
I tried, from the
time...
No, from the time we, closed down the house till the time we moved in, which is about a 4-week period, she put up a 6-foot fence. She wouldn't even acknowledge, a nod or a hello. I mean, and I remember one day, it was raining. I came home and I saw her car in front of the house with the lights on. She had forgotten her lights on, and I thought, well, I'll be courteous, and I rang her doorbell, and she wouldn't answer. And I looked, and I saw her looking out the window from the second level at me, and I thought, fuck you, bitch, let your car die. So anyway, fortunately, they moved out, within about 6 months, and that would have been, 25 years passing since she moved out in this afternoon.
Yeah. Wait, this afternoon or back then afternoon?
The afternoon we're talking about.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I just remember she was like, I'm on a mission, and she had this pendant, and it was an Angel Gabriel pendant, which I thought was like kind of amazing since Gabriel lives next door to the other side, and we were waiting to see the old neighbors from that side whose son had died. So I never got to meet that kid. Jim, was it?
Yeah, he wasn't a kid when he died. He was 40.
He was like, he's the one that got people to get wheelchairs on buses and stuff, right?
He was a quadriplegic. Yeah, he was a one-man protest show with Dick, By the time I met Dick's life was Jim and, just kind of making everything, get by.
Mm-hmm.
So Dick, would push him at the bottom of an L station, where there wasn't any way for a handicapped person to get up, and then they'd call the press and try to get some press. And I think he actually sued Oak Park River Forest High School because they wouldn't let Jim take classes on the second floor because they didn't want the liability. So, he wanted that right. So, but they did have to sign a waiver, But anyway, Jim wanted to live a normal life. So, yeah, I mean, I've had a lot of interesting neighbors, but that Kathy, whatever her name is, I mean, in that whole day, the funny thing is when Dick and Beth did show up about 2 hours later as expected, I said, you're not going to believe who showed up at my door today. He said, who? I said, that lady Kathy who used to live next door on the other side of me. And he said, what, that crazy fuck?
He's alone. He's alone. To know his name is Gabriel, like the angel, but not a land of typical. His bike is his wings and his smile's his halo. Is it his devilish grin? Mysterious but sincere, human and local hero Gabriel. mic to drop. But if there was, I would.